Hi, and welcome to a new episode of The Young and the Restless. This episode was mostly dedicated to John Abbott and his legacy. And we open up with Tracey, and she's at the athletic club with her agent, and they're talking about her book tour. But then Tracey tells her that she wants a break from GC because there is too much going on. And her agent asks what's wrong, and then Tracey vents about what's going on with her family and that it is imploding. Then we see over at the Abbott house, Summer approaches Kyle and tries to talk about Harrison and about the jokes that he has, but Kyle is not interested and says he has to run off to work. She begs to talk to Kyle. But then over at Jabot, we see Ashley visit Billy in the office and lets him know that she has reached out to a couple of board members. Then we see at the coffee house, Jack tells his assistant to set up Diane in her new post at Jabot, have a press release about it, and a photo shoot for Diane. Then we see Tracey's agent is surprised that the family is fighting, and Tracey gives her details of the actions and says that Ashley is staging a coup. The agent then asks if Tracey will write it about this in a book, and she says that the battle is out of control. Then we see Billy tells Ashley that Diane is not the supervillain, and Billy says that there are checks and balances to stop Diane if she tries to make a move on the company. No need to worry about her. But Ashley brings up that what Gloria did back in the past and how she almost ruined the company, and they lost the company for a while. Then we see at the Abbott house, Summer apologizes for everything that she's done and tells Kyle that Diane forgave her, so he should too. But Summer is trying to convince him to let go of the anger, but Kyle says that he won't. And Kyle calls out Summer for ignoring him and playing him the whole time, him thinking that she was grieving while she knew her mother was alive, and tells her to give him the same space that he gave her back then. Summer agrees to give him space. Then we see Kyle leaves and Diane comes in and claims that she feels terrible to hear what's going on with them. Back at the athletic club, Tracey wants to run away back to Manhattan, but it's not the answer. And she has got to fix issues with the family and says that she has to find a way to make Jack and Ashley focus on the family. And we throw back to a moment with John and Tracey. Then we see Ashley tells Billy to check himself before he dismisses her. Ashley then calls out Billy for being a kiss ass and says the only reason why he's sucking up to Jack is because Jack is felt pity for him and gave him a job. And Billy says that he will fight her on the coup if she tries to take over Jabot from Jack. Billy says that he will not step away and leave the company to Ashley and Tucker, and he is Team Jack. Jack walks in and says that he is happy Billy is on his side. Then Ashley calls out the recklessness that Jack and Billy has done in the past to the company and over the years. Then we see Tracey text all of them, asking them to have a family meeting. Then we see Summer says that she shouldn't have said anything to Diane about her feelings towards Kyle. But Summer asks for help and asks Diane to help her mend things with Kyle. Diane says that Jack has looked at her the same way Kyle is currently looking at Summer in the past, and it took years for them to get over it. It just may take some time. Diane claims that her feud with Phyllis has resulted in their children suffering. Then we see Summer thanks Diane, and we see Tracey and her agent arrives, and Tracey introduces the agent to them, and she asks if Diane wants to write a book because the agent believes Diane's story is very interesting. Then she meets Summer. Then we see Jack arrives and question if there was an issue with Harrison. Then we see Billy and Ashley arrives, and Tracey says that they are waiting for one more person. The agent then leaves, and then we see Carl arrives, and Tracey asks Summer and Diane to leave for a moment, But Jack says that Diane is a part of the family. Then Ashley says, then maybe I should call Tucker. And Tracey yells that she is tired of the feuding. Ashley thinks that John wouldn't approve of Diane in their life, and Jack says that he wouldn't approve of Tucker either, and the two begin to scrabble. And Tracey tells Ashley and Jack to be like John, and says that he would never be having them fighting like this, and says that their father was fair and believes in second chances. Ashley then says that she is sorry, but she can't talk about their family with Diane there. But Diane says that she will leave, and Diane and Summer leaves. Then Tracey asks everyone to sit and asks how they could fix things, and Jack says that he don't know anymore. Jack says he doesn't want anyone to tell him what to do, and only John would know what to do, and says that he is always in his head. And Billy tells him now is the perfect time to listen to Dad in your head. Ashley says that she carries her dad in her heart too, so Jack doesn't have a monopoly on the dad. Then Tracey says that she learned all his morals and his ethics from John, and they say that he died because he was constantly stressing about the family and the feud between Ashley and Jack. Everyone says that they feel a little better now after having the talk, and Tracey asks them to resolve it. Kyle says that he can't force either Ashley and Jack to like or trust each other's partner, which is Tucker and Diane, and he has his problems with Summer. He doesn't think that Summer is being sincere. Kyle says that he can't live with Summer's secrets. I'm like, Kyle, you're so self-righteous and such a hypocrite. You can live with your mom and hers, but not Summer. Then Tracey tells Kyle that it takes time to forgive. The anger takes up too much space in his heart. He needs to let it go. Kyle says he is not there yet with Summer, and he doesn't know if he will ever be there. Then Tracey says that she can't believe any child raised by John will choose anger over healing. Billy decides to head back to the office and tells Ashley and Jack he loves them and wants them both to be happy. Then we see Jack ask Ashley if they can get past it, and Ashley says she doesn't know and cries. Then Tracey goes back to Athletic Club and thanks her for her help, and we end with memories of John and his kids. Then we see Ashley and Jack sit down and talk, and then we see photos of John. Thanks for watching. Bye.